Hello all, I am Dr. Sridevi. Today we can know about thyroid gland and its diseases and its Ayurvedic perspective. Thyroid, the name itself means shield. It's a Greek word. One of the larger endocrine glands with butterfly shape and two lobes, right and left, joined by an isthmus. Its weight is 10 to 20 gram in adults. The location is in the middle of the lower neck, below the larynx and just above the clavicles. Each lobe of thyroid gland is 4 cm in height, 2 to 2.5 cm in thickness, and the isthmus is 0.5 cm. The layers are peritracheal fascia, muscle, and skin. Coming to hypothyroidism, it is a deficiency of thyroid hormone. It is of two types, primary and secondary. The primary is due to the pathology of the thyroid gland. Secondary is due to pathology of pituitary gland or hypothalamus. If hypothyroidism is present since birth, this condition is called cretinism, and if it is developed in adulthood, it is called myxedema. Then the causes of cretinism, the first one is failure of development of thyroid. It is called thyroid agenesis. Then the failure of thyroid hormone production due to severe iodine deficiency in the diet of both mother during pregnancy and baby after birth. Then it can also be due to failure of hormone synthesis due to goitrogens, like vegetables of cruciferous family, like this cabbage, cauliflower, etc. Then causes of myxedema. First one is idiopathic. The cause is unknown. Then it can also be due to iodine deficiency, hereditary defects due to some surgery, etc. And this condition is common in females and particularly between 40 to 50 years. And in this, basal metabolic rate will be decreased. And generalized myxedema is seen in patients with long-standing generalized thyroid insufficiency. In them, skin will be dry and hair loss will be there, especially in scalp and eyebrows. The patient will be dull or drowsy. Muscle stiffness, cold intolerance, constipation, weight gain are seen. And especially in women, progesterone deficiency, irregular and excessive bleeding are seen. Then in thyroid function test, lab test, TSH will be raised in primary hypothyroidism and low T4 and T3 are diagnostic. Next, thyrotoxicosis or hyperthyroidism. The primary causes are Graves' disease, hyperfunctioning toxic multinodular goiter, iodine-induced thyrotoxicosis. Then the target organ, the main organ affected is heart. So the symptoms are palpitation and dyspnea. The patient feels irregular heartbeat and difficulty to breathe. Then when it affects the CNS, central nervous system, the symptoms are restlessness, tremors, insomnia, anxiety disorders, depression, and difficulty in getting from sitting position. And in some cases, vomiting and diarrhea will also be present. And when it affects reproductive system, amenorrhea, absence of menstruation, short menstrual cycle also are seen. The patient has wide staring gaze, lid lag, and the skin will be soft, warm, flushed, heat intolerant, and with excessive sweating. And in investigations, T3, T4, and TSH levels will be raised. Coming to the Ayurvedic perspective of thyroid diseases, it's mainly told as Galaganda. In Ayurveda, Galaganda is a swelling in the neck which is situated in Rohini, the sixth layer of skin, as per Susruta in his Susruta Samhita Sharira Sthana, fourth chapter, fourth sloka. Susrutacharya says Galaganda to be two swellings in front of the neck covered with a capsule-like structure, whereas Charaka says it to be a single structure. Charaka is of opinion to include it among the 20 Kaphaja diseases. Major three types are Vadaja, Kaphaja and Medaja. Causes of Galaganda include food, water and climate changes. Acharya Harida peculiarly spots contaminated water to be a leading cause. Then commonly used herbs in treatment are Kanjanara leaves, Gugulu resin, Ashwagandha root, Brahmi and Punarnava leaves. Also, some of the medicines used are Kanjanara Gugulu, then Kaishora Gugulu, Abhayarishta, Ayaskruti, Shilajadu, Chitrakarasayana, Gugulu Panchavala Churnam, Shaddarana Churnam, Gugulu Tiktaka Kashaya, etc. And Chikitsa of Galaganda, as per Bhaishajya Ratnavali, is Vamana, Virejana, Nasya, Swedana, Dhumapana, Siravyadhana, Agnikarma, Shara Yoga, Praleba, Lengana, and Purana Gratapana. In Kashyapa Samhita, Upanaha Sweda is also taught. So, in general, Chikitsa is Nidana Parivarjana, Samshodhana Chikitsa. Then, Rasayana Chikitsa also in selected cases. And Yogasanas helpful in this condition are Halasana, Sarvangasana, Matsyasana, Surya Namaskara, and the pranayamas helpful are Shitali, Shitkari, and Bastrika. So, that's all about the management part of thyroid diseases in Ayurveda. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe by pressing the bell button beneath the description box. Thank you.